So we'll begin in mountain posture, and we'll start with 2 sun salutations. So let's begin with our hands to our heart, eyes closed, shoulders down, fingers on your toes spread apart, creating a nice steady base. And we'll take a few deep breaths here to get grounded and set our intention. Slowly blinking open the eyes, we'll take an inhale and lift the arms up and overhead, arching the back slightly, and then exhale, bending the knees, folding them over. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down to the mat, stepping back to plank, elbows together, coming into chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bicycling the feet together. Inhale, gazing forward and jumping to the front of the mat. Exhaling down, inhaling halfway lift. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up, palms together, down to the heart. One more time, inhale, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jump to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, gaze forward, bending the knees. Jump. Exhale, down. Inhale, halfway lift. Down. All the way up. Palms to the heart. Remembering our intention. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jump to chaturanga, elbows together. Exhale, down. Inhale, gaze forward. Engage the Mula Bandha. Jump forward. Exhale, down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Inhale all the way up. Palms to the chest. So we'll follow that with 3 sun salutation B. Beginning in our fierce pose, chair. Inhaling, exhale down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, right leg up. Bending the knee over. And coming into warrior 1. Exhale, coming back down, elbows together. Inhale up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, left leg up. Bending the knee over. Bringing the leg into warrior 1 and coming up. Gazing up, opening the chest. Exhale, back down. And back to down dog. Bicycling the feet here. Bending the knees. Shooting the hips to the sky. Tiptoes. Down to the ankles. Fingertips wide. Head is relaxed. Inhale, gazing up. Jump to the front of the mat. Come straight back into chair. Gazing down so you can see your toes. Bringing this forward, engaging the core. And then exhaling, hands to the heart. So we'll do this 2 more times. And inhale into a chair. Exhale, down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jump to chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Engaging the Ujjayi breath here, so nice deep breaths. Ocean's breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, Exhale. Inhale, gaze, engage the Mula Bandha. Jump. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knees. Chair. And inhale, hands to the heart. One more time. Really getting in the flow state. Exhale, down. Maybe closing the eyes, getting into your yoga zone. Up we go. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale here. Inhale, gazing forward. Jumping to the front. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, bending the knees, scooping up into a chair. And exhaling, hands to the heart. So now we've definitely built some warmth in our body. And with this energy that we have flowing through us, we're more easily able to get into some of these postures. So let's begin with hand under foot. So bringing the feet a little wider than hips distance apart, hands to the hips. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward. And we're gonna slide the hands right under the feet so that we can massage our wrists with our toes. Allowing the head to fall heavy and the weight to come a little forward. Breathing deeply into our forward fold. Tuning in. What is that intention we set for ourselves? So slowly removing the hands, bringing them to the hips, and coming all the way up. We'll bring the left foot back so that the ankle comes to the center of the back foot and come into warrior two. Nice and strong. The gaze is from the middle finger. Inhale, palm up, reverse warrior. And exhale, extended, side angle. So we're going to come into our bind here. So just wrap the arms around, listening to the shoulders. If there's any clicking, it's okay. Just no sharp pain. Back away if there's any electrical pain. And then we'll gaze down, engage the core, the Mula Bandha. Bring the back foot to meet the front. Pick a spot just in front. Deep breath. Inhaling, slowly coming up to our bird of paradise. Maybe playing with lifting the leg up. Deep breaths. And then exhaling, slowly coming back down. And we'll come right back into our side angle. Release the bind, push up. And from here, we'll bring the other hand down. We'll come into our side crow. So just some fun arm balances. To come into side crow, I like to make a strong base with my hands and place my knee right at my forearm, and then make a little shelf for my hip and my knee. The gaze should be right in front. Engage the core, and we can play with the legs, open them up. Coming back down. From here, we can come into side plank, so placing the hand right in front of the face, And we can come into our side plank. Inhaling. And a variation could be with our peace fingers, grabbing the big toe and just lifting up. Oh. We'll do another variation of lifting the inside leg out, and maybe lifting it all the way around and gazing over. And we can just come back into our down dog so we can shake it off a little bit. Maybe bring the knees down and come into our child's pose. We'll come back up into all fours, roll the toes under. Down dog, inhale, gaze forward, jump to the front of the mat. You can roll all the way up, palms together, hands to the heart. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So we'll begin with warrior two. Shoulders relax. Inhale, flip the front palm. Reverse warrior. Side angle. And again, come into our bind here. Breathing deeply. And then gazing down. Bringing the back foot to meet the front. Coming to our tiptoes, engaging the core. Breathing deeply as we raise up into our bird of paradise. And slowly coming back down. Ready. Back into our bind, releasing the bind, pushing up to our warrior two. From here, we'll come back down and we'll come into our side crow once again on the other side. So just gazing forward, pulling our weight in front of us. And coming to center. And from here, we'll come into side plank on the other side. So hands stacked right in the middle of the mat. Hands to the hip, feet stacked one on top of the other. Maybe getting our peace fingers, wrapping them around the big toe, lifting the leg and gazing up to the sky. You can also come into a half lotus and bring the arm around, further opening the chest to the sky. Ujjayi breath here as we reach for the other toe. Deep breaths. And we'll come back down to down dog, placing the knees on the floor, hands behind us, into our classical child's position. Exhaling any tension out of the forehead, down into the mat, allowing the mat to soak up any thoughts that don't suit us. The next inhale, slowly rolling up. And we'll come into our lizard posture. So coming up into down dog, we'll get our right leg and place it on the outside of the right hand, bringing the back knee down, top of the foot down, and maybe coming down into our forearms, opening up our hips and breathing deeply. Okay, so from our lizard posture, we're going to come into a posture dedicated to the sage Kundinasana. So we'll sneak our right hand underneath our right leg so we can create a nice shelf. Slowly come up the back leg, engage the core, gaze forward. So this is a lot of arm strength, this posture, and a lot of core. So that's simply the transition from the pose dedicated to Sage Kundinasana going into 8-angle pose. So we can try it again on the other side. Coming into lizard first, opening up the hips, down into our forearms. Using this as our grounding posture, so breathing deeply. Tuning into that strength within, capability that we all hold within us. And bringing the left hand right under the left leg. And coming into our arm balance. Okay. So we'll move on to our next posture. And inhale all the way up. And we're going to bring the right leg back and come into Parsvottanasana, which is intense side stretch. So the hands will come into reverse prayer behind our back so that we can open the chest. Inhale deeply, keeping the hips level and coming over into a nice forward fold. And then you should feel this right here. It's a really nice deep stretch. And then inhale, coming up, you can just pivot around. And if this is too severe for your wrists, please just come into this one. So whatever one works best for you. Maintaining the hips level, inhaling up, and coming down. And then inhaling, slowly coming out of it. We'll come into reverse side angle. So coming into our warrior two, we'll level the hips. This time bring the right forearm to meet the left. And then maybe we'll come into a twist. And finding our bind. Breathing deeply, and with the exhale, we can release. And coming into warrior two on the other side, leveling the hips, and this time bringing the left arm to the other side. And then we can wind our hands around. And then we'll come back to center and just loop all the way around, and let's meet at the front of the mat. From here, we'll come into this posture as a balancing posture. So we'll take our peace fingers, reach down to grab our big toe, hand on the hip, and lift up. From here, we can open out to the side and gaze to the right. And bringing it back to center. Bringing the hands to the hips, holding the leg up. And then slowly bringing it down. Come to the other side. Lifting up. Out to the side. Gaze is steady. Core is engaged. Breath is deep. Coming back to center. And hands to the hips, level hips. And then bringing the leg down. Okay. So I thought we could try a flying pigeon. It's another balance posture. We'll start with tree. Inhaling, grounding with the leg. And from here, we can really listen to the knee as we come into half lotus. Sweeping that arm around, grabbing the toe to bound half lotus. And then coming all the way down. Forward fold. With both hands, full forward fold. So we'll inch the foot a little closer to the knee, really flexing the foot to protect the right knee. And again, we'll make our little table shelf. The gaze is forward, inching the back standing leg backwards, engaging the core, and coming into pigeon, flying pigeon. And then we'll come into our down dog. Let's just nod a couple yeses, shake a couple no's. Come up to our tiptoes. Inhale, gaze forward. Jump, exhale down. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale down. Inhale all the way up. Palms together, remembering the intention to the heart. And we'll do the other side. So Ujjayi breath. Deep, steady breath. Exhaling deeply. So flexing the foot, bringing it a little closer to the knee. Let's step back. Make a shelf for our leg. Gaze is forward. And we have asymmetrical bodies, so maybe it'll come right on one side and the other one, maybe it won't. So we'll come into our forearm plank. And then as we lift the hips, it's our dolphin pose. We'll do this a couple times to get the body and mind ready for a forearm stand. So you can leave your hands like this, but I like to cross my fingers or bring my hands together in prayer. So from here, the gaze is forward, and we'll come into our forearm balance. And why don't we come straight into our child's pose so that we can let our forehead rest on the mat. So we'll come into our final twist. Bringing the foot back so that the knee is straight in front. Come into a half lotus with the other leg so that both hips are down on the mat. And then with the right hand, we'll loop around, grab the foot, and the left hand will tuck right under the knee. And then the gaze is just over the left shoulder. And breathing deeply into our chest. The next exhale, we can release slowly. Bring the hand around, watching the knee as we lengthen the leg, and we'll do the other side. So inhaling, bringing the arm around, and gazing down towards the right shoulder. One more inhale, and with the exhale, we'll slowly release. Being very cautious of the knee as we bring it back, and we'll come into our plow posture. Why don't we, if you have a ponytail at this point, just take it down. And then we'll come into the plow posture. And to tune in even more, we can come into the ear pressing pose, just bringing the knees to the ears and pressing against them, and maybe folding the hands over the calf muscles to get even deeper into our ear pressing posture. Coming back into plow, slowly bring our hands to where about the sacrum will land, and come down slowly, one vertebrae at a time, directly into our fish, placing the top of the head on the mat. And this time we'll remove the hands and come into bridge build. And then slowly coming out, one more tight squeeze, and coming into our final posture of Shavasana. Allowing the body to melt and rest as it is well deserved. And then wiggling the fingertips and the toes, bringing the hands over the head, feet together, one last big side stretch. We'll roll over onto our right side. Thanking ourselves for coming to practice this beautiful day. Slowly coming up, and we'll come into sitting, maintaining the eyes closed, palms at the heart. Thanking yourself for being so committed to your body and your health and living a long, healthy life. Namaste. To see my top 5 advanced postures, please click here. But I will definitely cater to your needs in case we have to do some variations.